Hi everyone, how are you? Your favorite herbalist here. So, this time around for this newsletter, I wanted to write a bit about zinnias. So I have this bouquet of zinnias from my garden, and you'll see more pictures in the newsletter um, about zinnias or with zinnias. So, why I wanted to do a video about it or discuss it this time around is because I felt like zinnias are thought of just as ornamental plants, but they're medicinal. And in fact, I am drinking a cup of zinnia here, zinnia tea. The taste is very mild, very pleasant. It's very smooth. So I encourage you to do that. I infuse the flower heads in water. Let it sit for about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. And so I'm just enjoying all the magic and the colorfulness of the flower. So this zinnias that I'm talking about are the ones that are in my garden. They're also called common zinnias, and they're in the Asteraceae family. They feel a lot like echinacea, so you can see that the leaves are opposite, and they're pretty lanceolate, lanceated. They feel kind of fuzzy, like a scrub like feeling, kind of like echinacea leaves and most sunflowers. So this is very, very closely related to sunflowers. And another thing I love about zinnias, other than the floral part, is that they're very good pollinators. Pollinators love to come to them. They attract pollinators. That's what I meant. Pollinators love to come to them. I always see hummingbirds, butterflies, bees, all kinds of creatures around them. So it's such a wonderful addition in the garden just to sit and watch what creatures come to enjoy the pleasantness of these zinnias. So what else do I have written here? There's so many species of zinnias. I think there are about 17 species. They're an annual flower, so which means that, they don't come up again through seed. You have to replant. So I just generally go get the dead flower heads and just spread them around the garden so that they can germinate and mature. And then, of course, they end their life, and you've got to keep helping them out, or the pollinators help them out. So it's a wonderful thing. To watch pollinators do that. I'm very much an proponent for pollinators and attracting them in the garden because obviously your garden just gets very vibrant with them pollinating other plants or foods in your garden. Zinnias are symbolic for friendship, endurance, for affection, for remembrance, for uh, so many things. So daily remembrance, lasting affection. These are just things that I Googled and found as information. But I thought about just the colors of zinnias. I find red, a lot of pink in my garden. There's yellow. There's some yellow and orange ones that come up sometimes. I've seen some white ones. I know there are green ones. I've never seen the green ones in my garden, but the ones that grow most commonly in my garden are red and pink and maybe a darker pink. Um, and so thinking about that just as the chakra system, pink for me is very much the heart. And so I think there's a lot of femininity and grace that comes with pink. So perhaps that's the energy that I'm attracting in my garden. And also the red for passion and love, which is also related to the root chakra of courage and overcoming fear. So just think about those kind of colors when you're planting your zinnias. Hopefully you can get a chance to do that. As far as medicine goes, I use the flower tops, like I said. So you can also use them in salad. You can eat them fresh. I haven't done that yet, but I've just really been enjoying the tea so far. Medicinally, the tea is very, very high antioxidants. So if you can think of antioxidant, there's research that the antioxidants are so high that they have a really, really strong free scavenger, radical scavenger activity. They have about 8 flavonoids. And so they're antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, great for digestion if there's pain in the digestive system, very good for topical health if there's skin infections or bites, you can use them on your skin. In Native American communities, especially the Navajo or closely to Central America or South America, where zinnias are said to have originated from basically about around Mexico. Excuse me. Zinnias have been seen to call the sacred life medicine. So get yourself some zinnia tea and or look out for some products in my herb store. Thank you for this, for listening. Bye.